So, good morning. Welcome back to the technical training session on SOC Security Operations Center. So, we have completed day one, day two, day three. Day one is about introduction to the SOC and what are the different operations SOC will be performing, impact of SOC, need of the SOC. Day two, we studied about the different roles, SOC hierarchy and the roles. We studied about T1, we studied about T2, T3, Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. Triage specialist is T1, investigation response. So basically, deep investigation carried out by T2. T3 includes multiple specialists. So they include um, incident response, they include SOAR, security orchestration, automation response, detection engineering, SOC management, forensic investigators, and other departments also. So basically, these are the different levels you will be working with the SOC. So then we have studied about different tools. So we studied about SIM tool, we studied about EDR, NDR, and other things. So today, coming back to day four, we will be concentrating most on Splunk Enterprise Security, that is the SIM tool. Now, what is this SIM and how it is related to L1? So we are going to deep dive on the work environment of SOC Analyst L1, Tier 1 role. Okay, so today you stop looking at tools from outside. So basically, we have worked our way from introduction to the things to what understanding what is the each tool. So we have seen Sentinel-1, ED, these are EDR tools, different type of tools. We have seen SIM tools, Splunk Enterprise Security. We have worked on NDR. So email, okay, so what is email? What are the protocols? Whether it is an phishing email or it is an authenticated email, okay, so what is this network domain detection and response? So whether you are getting authenticated traffic or unauthorized traffic, what is what, everything you will be, you have seen, basically, you have seen from overview. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to understand each and every tool in a very clear way and try to work in such a way that so we will be investigating properly, understand the alert, what exactly the alert is about, how L1 will be handling, needs to handle, what is a raw log, what information can be collected from a raw log, what are the different stack of the tools we will be using it, and how it will be helping us in order to mitigate the things and achieve the KPI. KPI stands for Key Performance Index. Okay, so what we will be doing is we will be getting more and more comfortable with the tool set. I mean, habituated with the tools. So the first tool we will be interacting is the Splunk Enterprise Security, the SIM tool from Splunk. So here you will be starting to think like a real SOC analyst. You will live inside incident review, read raw telemetry, pivot, MISP, Okta, and other tools which I have showed now. Map every action to MITRE, ATT&CK, and own an alert end to end. Basically, from an alert firing, generating an alert to closing an alert. What exactly the analyst lifestyle, work style will be there, we are going to learn. So you will be getting habituated to the terms like events per second, notables open, MITRE hits, ingest, active, this. So we will be working on multiple tools. It's not only one tool. So we'll be working SIM. This is a SIM tool. This is a threat intelligence platform. So you will be seeing what are the different type of things as a SOC analyst. I will be playing with, interacting with, understanding. Okay. So here you will be looking at the coverage, then the data sources that are providing you the data ingestion. So what are the live alerts? Oh, so all those things we will be covering in a very step-by-step manner. So that we have alerts, events, IOC matches. So first we will be understanding what is an event, then what is an alert, what is ingestion, what is ingested data, extracted data, what do you mean by process, everything we will be learning. Now, what are the main objectives, learning objectives of today's concept? By end of the shift, you will earn an alert from queue, pick up to L2 handoff. So remember, we are learning how an L1 will be acknowledging an alert and handoff. I mean, escalate the alert to L2 with the required information. So whether it is a critical alert, a high alert, medium alert, normal alert, or a low alert. So based upon the scope of work, SOP, Standard Operational Procedure, how an L1 will be handling the alert we are going to learn. So Q, ownership, urgency, SLA, risk versus confidence, what an L1 looks at, we will be looking at. So might be it is a very theoretical thing. So here I will be showing what you are going to learn. So basically, when you open an alert, so you will be seeing here investigation guideline. So what you need to do from assigning self to creating a service now incident, what are all the actions you need to perform and what is the raw alert you will be getting. So basically whatever I have provided, these are all customized thing. So no tool, no SIM tool will be having this many of features. I might we get these features in the nearby future, but at present no SIM tool will be providing these many features for you. So about investigation process, what it is, what exactly it is, how to perform. So this is a guided environment. In real environment, we don't have any guidelines. So you need to know what you need to perform, what information you need to collect, and what you need to do. So this is completely a customized environment, ensuring what an analyst needs to do in order to handle an alert efficiently, respond quickly, improve the SLA. So you can see the SLA timeline, confidence level, what are the notables you are having. So basically you will be learning all the things. So today our concentration will be on the tags, time, domain, title, urgency, status, owner, risk, MITRE, confidence, escalation, incident, SLA. Now, what is this? What are the meaning? So generally, you will be having a dashboard. So the dashboard will provide a basic idea. So what exactly is happening in your organization, SOC operation, live shift command center, KPI, key performance index, analyst workload, who is working on what, so which team has more, okay, so what are the things, SLA, risk, SOAR, ITSM status, follow this, and I mean the shift coverage process. So these are all shown in the SOC dashboard. Security posture, so it will give you which adversaries are regularly shown or who are attacking on a regular basis, which attack or which MITRE tactic is shown multiple times, repeatedly attacking. What are all the things you will be learning over here? An incident review. This is the lifeline. And this is the place where the T1 will be working. It's not only about T1, it's about all the analyst, security analyst will be working. So once an alert is handled by L1, classified as an true positive, information is gathered, basic steps has been taken, IOCs are collected, it will be hand off to L2, L2 will be handling it. So the all the things we will be learning in a step-by-step manner. So that is what you are going to learn today. So pivot across the SOC stack. So all the tools. Since one tool cannot provide you all the information, so simply one camera cannot cover entire area, we need to install multiple cams in order to cover your building. Similarly, one tool cannot gather all the required information. We will be using different domain tools who are expert in their particular domain and collect the information, feed it to the SIM tool. So MISP, Okta, EDR, NDR, email, cloud, turn one IOC into full attack picture. So then we will be mapping every action toward that attack life cycle, attack stages. MITRE, ATT, and CK. MITRE is a database, okay, which provides you uh, what the attacker is trying to do. So in which stage the attacker is in your organization. It initial access, defense evasion, credential access, lateral movement, right? All these are the different stages. We have around 10 stages. Every alert will show you in which stage the attacker is in. Based upon the stage, your criticality increases, your alert impact increases. Make the escalation decision. So you cannot escalate any alert directly without processing it. I mean, without enriching the data. Enriching the data means when an alert is generated, it will be having limited information. So the reason why the company hires an L1 is to gather more specific information related to the alert, enrich, I mean, add the data to the alert and pass it on to the next level. So the next level people, next level team will go through the added data, find out important data, I mean, useful data and work on it. Confidence math, evidence count, business impact, SLA pressure. Finally, write the execute summary. So what is execute summary is from the time the alert has been fired to the time the alert has been handled. So all the information will be collected and we need to write it. So for example, let's take this one. So you will be having the timeline. So response playbook. Okay. So executive summary. You can see the executive summary. What happened, why it triggered, likely. So all the things. This is the time. We have a timeline, incident timeline. So currently we are in a lessons learned. Okay. So containment thing is there. So what containment we have done. Okay, phase containment. So what I will do in containment, contain endpoint, disable account, isolate host, open IR bridge, create service now. So I am going to run the things automatically. So all the things will be what? Captured as an timeline. So when the alert has been fired, what are the different things that has been done over the time period? Each and everything is recorded. So this is what we are going to learn. It might look very simple for you, because I have ensured that each and every action is recorded over here. But in reality, so you are left only with what? Raw tag. So you will get an alert and you will get these fields, only these things. So from this information, you need to build your case. It's like what? Collecting the intelligence report. So handling the case, identifying who is the victim, what is the problem, when it has happened, who is the suspicious person, or IP, IOC, everything you need to build. So to understand those things, we are going to understand the things. Once everything is done, we will write the executive summary. Now coming to the key terms. So L1 is a tier 1 analyst, L2 tier 2 analyst who will be performing the investigation. L1 will be acknowledging and enriching the data. SLA, so service level agreement, that uh, the agreement in which the company has agreed to provide the service within a particular period of time. IOC stands for Indicator of Compromise. MITRE ATT&CK, so it is a open source data for understanding what is the attack, what are the attacker's tactics, basically goal, and the technique used by the attacker. Now we are moving into the first one, the analyst task. So just now I showed you the incident review. So what exactly it is? Every notable event surface here. Every notable event. That means not every event will become an alert. Only the event which is having the particular query which has been recorded, I mean, which has been implemented into the production as a correlation. When an event which occurs continuously and it is meeting the specific requirement, satisfying the requirements of a correlation, then only it will be fired as an alert, generated as an alert. So every triage decision starts here. Triage. What is triage? Triage is what? Acknowledging, classifying false or true positive, enriching the IOCs, escalating to the T2. Every SLA timer runs here. So the we from the time, mean time to detect, mean time to acknowledge, mean time to respond, all are part and parcel of incident review only. Okay, what it is? Central queue. What exactly incident review? It is a central queue. All correlation rule output funnels into one rank list. Owned per row. Each notable as an owner, status, SLA timer. So you can see the things here. So the time when an alert has been generated, the ID of the alert, the title, okay, of the alert. So basically the rule, what exactly the rule has identified. Then we have the priority levels. So urgency, whether it is critical, high, medium, low, whatever it is. The status, whether it is newly generated alert or it has been acknowledged and it is in a pending state or assigned state or it is in a resolved state, whatever it is. We will be looking at that part. Owner. So it can be assigned to an team. It can be T1, T2, T3 or IR, manager, administrator. Again, in the teams, we will be having different analysts. So then risk level. So based upon the impact that is created by the alert, the risk will be categorized. SLA, the time by which the alert needs to be acknowledged and resolved. That is SLA. Okay. So the rule is we will not work on the alerts based upon the time. So like uh, recent alerts are not given priority. The priority is given based upon the criticality. The more critical, so the higher the priority will be there for the alert. So pick row by risk, SLA, confidence, never just a timestamp. Now, what are the key terms? So ES is Splunk Enterprise Security, RBA, risk-based alerting, SLA, service level agreement, notable, output of a correlation rule. So we will be looking at all these terms in our things. So these are the notables. What are notables? Timeline, domain, title, urgency, status, owner, risk, and the database. Okay, adversary database. Then detection. So whether it is high derived from risk score. So we are also giving you what is the action. Treat as true positive until proven otherwise. Okay, so medium, validate with one more data source before escalating. Okay, so if it is low, so generally likely noisy, noisy in the sense false positive. Check for tuning opportunities. That means, so we will collect more alerts and we will check whether these are caused because of um, corrupted rules or not working rules, and we will be escalating to the manager for a review. So these are the things which you will be learning in the coming days. So let's move on to the next one. So the first thing you will be looking is what? Anatomy of a notables. I already explained it. Again, I will be walking you through it. So the first row is about timestamp. So it is the information which gives you when the alert has first observed. I mean, when it has got fired. Then we have a domain. So to which uh, category the alert belongs to. Then we have title. So the detection name. So what is the query that has identified this particular alert? Urgency, impact level, alert severity, status. So whether it is new, pending, or closed, whatever it is. Owner, the group which is owning it, or the analyst which is who is working on it. Risk, risk based analysis. Okay. MITRE So it is the resource that will help you to identify what exactly the attacker goal and their technique and what the analyst needs to do it. Confidence level. So unless and until you have an evidence, so your confidence level will be low. Investigation confidence. Incident number, that is the ticketing um, record. Okay, so once an alert is generated, it will be investigated, and if needs to be addressed further, a ticket will be raised, recorded, and that ticket will get a number. SLA, the time period by which the analyst needs to act and close it. Detection. Okay, so the rule which has triggered the logic. Now, how the analyst reads it. Urgency, vendor opinion, risk, your environment, math. Urgency means, so whatever the tool you are using, so as per the tool rule, it will be generating. But it doesn't mean whatever the um, priority the tool is generating, it should match your requirement, because some of the things are customized. So based upon the SOP, so here main thing is what? Um, Standard operational procedure. So based on SOP, so your priority levels will be changing. Okay, so next confidence. How much evidence has been gathered, not severity. Owner, so whether it has been assigned or unassigned. SLA timer is hard. I mean service level agreement. So if it is breached, audit funding, not just an NLO batch. So it will directly impact your GRC, governance, risk, and um,
Okay.
compliance, right? So MITRE ID gives you the attack stage before you even open the alert. Now all these things will give a prior information what exactly is there. Okay, so risk category, so SOC, next in progress. Okay, so 73 assign SOC in progress. So lateral movement, it needs to be immediately investigated. It is an investigation part. So whether it is assigned to self, right? So what it is showing lateral movement. So immediately contain endpoint, disable account, isolate host. Why? Because so it is a confirmed breach, right? So
Mhm.
the attacker
Great.
has already entered your network and gained access to the system and is trying
Mhm.
to gain more access. So what I am doing, I'm going to contain this. Okay. So what I am going to contain, network isolate host, IAM disable user, EDR quarantine endpoint. That means basically I'm trying to isolate the things, and what I will do is I will open an IR bridge, create a
Mhm.
service now incident. Okay, so investigations basically. So you can create an investigation, okay, and work on the things.
Mhm.
So these are the different work environments we will be doing. So for you, you can see all the things are okay. So it looks very easy, right?
Mhm.
But why it is easy? Because everything is written here. Everything is clearly mentioned, right? But if you don't have a guidance, if you don't have mentorship, will you be able to perform it? It takes
No.
lot of time, right?
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
what we are trying to do. What we are trying to do is we are trying to guide you how to work, how to deal with an alert efficiently. First thing is
Mhm.
what? Know your tool. Okay. Without understanding your weapon, okay, can you use the weapon efficiently? No.
No, I will kill myself.
Huh. So even if I give you AK-47 latest version, right?
Mhm.
But if you don't know how to use it, a person with a blade also can kill you. Correct?
Yeah.
But a skilled person, right, will be able to handle even hundreds of enemies. Yes or no?
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
the same mentality, right? So the same potentiality we are trying to build with the new generation. Okay. So here
Yeah.
what we are trying to do is we are trying to make the people understand your role. It's not just about PPT, right? It's about understanding the workflow. What is what, why you are supposed to do this, where you are supposed to do is, when, why, how, all these things. Now,
Mhm.
we studied about the anatomy, right? We are going to learn about the three clocks of triage. Okay, so three clocks of triage means, so what exactly the analyst needs to perform, right? What are the
Mhm.
things he needs to keep in mind? So basically, there are KPI. What is KPI? Key Performance Index. So this is the
Mhm.
main thing that a analyst work is tracked. So whether the analyst is working efficiently, able to mitigate the problems, right? So clear the issues, um, categorize false positive and true positive efficiently. If the person is efficient, then he will be an asset to the company. If the person is not efficient, then he will be an enemy to the company. How? An inefficient analyst will not be able to categorize the things correctly. If they are unable to identify the attacks, obviously the attacker will be having easy access to the company, right? So that's what it says. Severity tells you what, SLA tells you when, ownership tells you who, miss anyone and the queue turns against you. That means what? We have three clocks of acknowledgement, triaging. Okay, so categorizing. So severity. If you are working with a low severity, right, and you are leaving critical issues, then your company is done. Why? Because you are not prioritizing accordingly. So critical means what? Immediately react. So the attacker has already launched an attack and it is a confirmed attack. So you need to react to it. High, credible threat, scoped. So it might not be as immediate as a critical, but there is a chance that this high alert can become a critical alert if you haven't addressed within the time period. Medium, suspicious but unconfirmed. So medium alerts are those which indicates that there might be an attack on the thing. So it is not yet confirmed. So we have a timeline of 4 hours to ensure that these things are addressed. And if any suspicious activity is there, contain, mitigate, and close the call. So low, it's basically related to policy and hygiene. So nothing in the impact in the sense it will not cause severe damage compared to critical and high, but you need to check and close accordingly. Info, it's about awareness, right? So here info, low, medium, they can wait, but high and critical, they need to be addressed immediately. Okay, that's about the severity part. And we are moving into SLA. SLA means the agreed time to act when something has happened. So we have MTTD, MTTA, MTTR, MTTT. Okay. So that is mean time to detect, the time taken to detect an suspicious activity or malicious activity. So it's basically the tool. MTTD is for the tool. MTTA, mean time to acknowledge, the time taken after an alert is generated. So it is generally by T1. MTTT. Okay, so mean time to triage. So after acknowledging, so whether it is a false positive or true positive, we need to categorize, we need to enrich with IOCs and escalate properly. So that is mean time to triage. Now once the L1 escalates the alert to L2, L2 needs to resolve, mean time to resolve, time taken by the L2 from the time received from L1. Okay, so it is within 4 hours of time. Breach. Even 1 second, if you 1 second also you delay, it is a breach. If it is breached, it is not good for your environment because the attacker,
penetrated in your system.
yes, the attacker will have higher time, I mean higher possibility to get into the system. Ownership. Now we studied about severity and SLA. Now it's ownership. So RACI, responsibility, accountability, consulting, and information. So RACI, responsibility. So whose responsibility is what? L1 is responsible for triaging and validating. L2 is responsible for investigating and containment. L3 is responsible for hunting and forensic. We discussed in L3 we have different roles. We have uh, SOC manager, SOC management, forensic department, security orchestration automation response department. I mean automating department. Then we have detection engineering department, threat hunting department, right? So we have different people. IR, major incident breach. So IR means if confirmed activity, ransomware, right? Or threat, higher threat levels, whatever is. If an 100% risk incident has occurred, then the IR team will be involving. So this team includes all BUs, business units, the owner of the asset, the people, IT team, network team, and the SOC team. All people will be working. So it is raised via L2. T1. So based in case during the incident response or major incident, if the team requires any additional information, they might include T1, L1 team to provide more information. So this is what we have completed. So in tomorrow's session, we will be looking at detection to the lessons learned. That is basically there are 10 stages in alert generation to alert closing. So we will be learning about the 8 stages. So the first stage is monitoring. Second, the last stage is what? KB, knowledge base. Whatever has happened, we will be recording it for future references. So this is what we will be working on. So that's for today. We will be continuing L1 analyst work environment and how the alert life cycle. So right from generation of the alert to closure of the alert, you will be looking at. So thank you guys for your time and I request you to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. So it will help us to make more videos. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye.